by continuing to work together as partners in a global space exploration enterprise. Through their dedication and sacrifice, we are now in a new era of exploration in which humans will reach new destinations such as an asteroid in Mars, and we're transforming the way we reach low Earth orbit. NASA has a long history of international cooperation. I can tell you from firsthand experience that when viewed from orbit, our borderless Earth inspires a sense of humility, unity of humanity, and wonder. Once a photograph of the Earth taken from outside is available, a new idea as powerful as any in history will be let loose. What was once a global competition has long since become a global collaboration.
Very surprisingly, the state of Israel are one of the only ones in the world that can launch, operate, and develop satellites. In space, you must cooperate. You cannot do things by yourself, and it's very, very important to us to be in the front line.
Well, the cooperation between Israel and Italy in space has started just a few years ago. So the project is called Shalom. It will allow to have a mixed configuration between Israel and Italian industries in the field.
France and Israel cooperate in space since 1994. In 2005, we decided to start together a complete mission, complete satellite, dedicated to the study of environment and vegetation. This mission, called Venus, will be launched next year in August. This mission is a first-class mission in the world. We shall have more than 100 sites which we shall observe around the whole world, working with all the scientists in the world. For the first time, this satellite will deliver data with a revisit. That the satellite will come at the same place, at the same hour, with the same light every 2 days. So it's a very strong, very tight, very close cooperation, and very fruitful and growing cooperation.
The smallest satellite in the world, and with this resolution by far the smallest satellite, so it's very lightweight, very agile. The entire satellite is developed and manufactured here in Israel with Israeli technology that is unique in the ability to give very high resolution with very small elements and components. Venus is a research satellite for scientific purposes for the French Space Agency and Israeli space agencies in a joint program. It will provide superspectral images of Earth, superspectral in 12 different color bands, so that scientists can monitor vegetation and environmental issues in pre-planned sites around the world. We have a very advanced space industries. We've launched 13 satellites successfully into space. They all work with 100% efficiency, well beyond their expected lifetime. We specialize in small, very highly capable satellites that take high-resolution Earth observation pictures. We're talking about resolutions better than 70 centimeters for the electro-optic satellites and about 1 meter for the radar satellites that we have launched. Designing a satellite means mastering a lot of different technological areas because the conditions in space are very difficult. We put a tremendous effort in keeping the weight down. Does anybody ride a bicycle here?
I did. Oh, I do.
I bet you wish your bicycle was made out of this.
Oh my God.
Who's got strength? Okay, let's see you lift this.
I can do it.
This is the composite for the arms of the antenna. We have a fleet of communication satellites in size from 1.5 tons to 4.5 tons, and we're building another one now that's 5.5 tons in size. The AMOS fleet of satellites, and those give communications to areas from Australia until the United States and connect them with the country of Israel and between each other.
you start much more activities than we do. So innovation, but also this wish to experiment yourself in the business is something that we should learn again, because this was in the past, was the same also in Italy, but we have lost a little bit of this enthusiasm to go in business.
Well, the greatest, I think, contribution to the Israeli aerospace community and industry overall is the unbelievable capacity for entrepreneurial spirit, of how to apply technologies to a multitude of different applications to meet current challenges. And how to grow that technology to then be adaptable and agile enough in order to meet those goals. And that entrepreneurial spirit is absolutely incalculable in terms of its value moving forward for space exploration ventures.
We, as this, you can understand from the name, we are the electro-optic system, so we are manufacturing, design and manufacturing all the electro-optical parts. In other words, all the cameras for all the Israeli, but not only the Israeli satellites. We spend a huge effort to do our system very, very light and very, very compact. And from the other hand, we have very high performances.
Among our products, you can find propulsion systems and components that can assist the launching of the satellite into the orbit, and of course, the station keeping, the maintenance of the satellite in the orbit. We are part of ExoMars, which is the lander on Mars that's going to be launched in 2016 by ESA, and we are providing the propellant tanks for the lander capsule.
Our mission is to build and send the first Israeli mooncraft and land it on the moon. What we're seeing here is a one-to-one model of the mooncraft. It weighs about 220 pounds. It's going to be sent using another rocket to orbit and then to the moon. The mission is to land a soft landing on the moon, complete a mission of photographing and sending video to Earth.
Nanosatellite is satellites weighing less than 10 kilograms. Currently there are 250 nanosatellite projects all over the world, from pure science activities and academic to industrial use. What we're trying to do is to promote civilian commercial space industry here in Israel.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for inviting me to join you in this celebration of life and legacy of Alain Ramon, a great explorer and humanitarian, and to the path of exploration and discovery ahead that we'll all travel together into the cosmos. It's really hard for me to believe that a decade has passed since the Columbia tragedy. And as I told some students yesterday, I said I could see in them, in each and every one of them, Alain Ramon. Now, I could see him in their faces and in their innocence and exuberance and excitement about what they know they're going to have an opportunity to do, and they spoke of hope.
אז 10 שנים אחרי אני גאה, כי אנחנו הצלחנו ביחד עם חברים, ביחד עם שותפים לדרך, להגיע למעגלי השפעה של השראה, של חינוך ומורשת. 10 שנים אחרי אנחנו נוגעים בזירה הבינלאומית כשאנחנו שולחים את יקירינו הצעירים, בעלי המלגות, הזוכים בתחרויות בכל הגילאים, לייצג אותנו, את ישראל, מול העולם כולו.
The sacrifice that Alain Ramon made along with his colleagues on the Columbia flight demonstrates the risk, but also the tremendous returns that we can see and what we can expect. And what we can aspire to, I think, as humans, to achieve those kinds of goals, knowing full well that in order to really understand something better, there is a potential of failure. And that's what his example reminds us of. His courage reminds us of why you ought to continue to persist.